yeah, I wasn't expecting that. Like, Hisoka is ending up in this battle using an actual head as a little, like, weapon. He's, like, using this fucking way of, like, with his bungee gum, writhing around. He's, like, using this shit as a whip. And, like, he learned from, like, Castlevania or something. He's going, like, just going, I'm throwing this head at you, Chrollo. You didn't even let go of your book, but I'm pretty impressed. So, yes, for what I would like to describe, like, the continuation of this fight going into Hara, like Hisoka's plan is actually kind of clever, as he's just decided to not completely destroy them, but the thing is that he's making him use his limit of every person that he needs to do to duplicate more copies, which is what he's doing. Is that he's just taking 5 more of the heads off, and he's just going 1, 2, 3, 4, like he's just taking them off like they're nothing, and then leaving the last one behind him. He's like, alright, he's gonna come out right now, and they're like, bring him out of the stance. And I gotta say, like, there was a good majority of, like, I'd like to say 3 or 4 pages where just dumped, like, just what ifs in this scenario of the fight, and I'm like, oh dear god, oh god. Like, he's literally thinking every scenario, but boy, you're reading all this and it's like, this is a lot to take in. And the problem is that he's on a time limit with this, because it's like, he's got the convert hands technique, he's also got the stab, he's also got the fucking black noise, like, voice, like, situation going into it. He's like, he's gonna be quite, and then he can create new puppets on the move, on moving and putting the stamps out of his previous copies. Like, he's going in there, and the fight ends up becoming inside of the audience. They don't care if anyone's gonna die or anything. It's just like, no, it's like, we gotta do this shit. And then there's the confusion of, like, and the scariness of, like, what if inside, like, his clothes is he's wearing big baggy clothes. Like, Chrollo has the book open, and it's like, not with, like, the order stamp on his hand, but to convert hands, and, like, but to also to the page with black force. You know, there's so many scenarios, and he ended up, like, releasing him, like, all the way over there. It's like, yes, I wanted you to do that, because I ended up using bungee gum just to release a bunch of people that were running away, had them build up enough energies and, like, just fire back at you, and this will be give me a good chance to actually do some damage to you. And it's just like, I'm just getting the trash out of the way. And, like, even with that, where he was like, oh no, I'm gonna avoid that, he ends up, like, while he was distracted with that, having a bungee gum on his knee, and they're bringing him down. It's just like, damn, like, they use the contract just to beat him the fuck up, and then finding out all along that it wasn't even Chrollo, that it was a random guy as well. It's like, this is the thing. It's like, he used the right hands of convert hands to create a, like, Chrollo copy, and was controlling it, so then he had the bookmark Aficionado convert hands on top of that, using it together with Black Voice. But then what's, like, he was like, oh, like, Hisoka realized, what's this? Like, he, like, the fucking sun and moon shit is now being activated. It's like, there's that like, was a thing, the seals won't ever disappear until exploding, and the copies that are marked with seals won't disappear. It's like, now, like, he has to deal with the explosions situation of everything now. Like, he's got the explosions being on him, and they won't ever go away, so he's got a fucking issue with that. So now, that's the thing. It's like, they could end this fight, and I feel like this could be the Chrollo's own way to, like, blackmail him. It's like, well, I can always make those things blow up in a way. It's like, you got some scenario ways to do it, because, like, they clearly said, like, even after the person that used this ability died, they still remain. So it's like, how are you gonna actually fucking take care of this matter? And it's like, I feel like that maybe might have, like, the fight's gonna end, that maybe Hisoka might actually have to, like, either he's gonna do some bullshit where he's like, fuck it, I don't need this shit anymore, I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna take it off. Either that, or what he's gonna have to do is, like, the fight is gonna come out into some situation. But right now, even though, like, Hisoka thought he had, like, the one-up against the scenario, he just, like, in the end, it just ended up becoming worse and worse. He's definitely getting the fight that he wanted, but now it's actually becoming where he thought, like, oh, I got him into a corner, and this is what it's like the situation has turned into now. I do have to give prep for Hisoka. He, like, the thing is, like, with what I especially love with, like, a bunch of abilities and then abilities, and then what you can see with, like, stands and, like, Jojo, and it's like like it's kind of the same scenario as well. You have such the most simplistic thing, like, say, like, he has the ability to make bungee gum, make, like, you know, things fly around, make, like, you know, bunch of rocks and do crazy shit with a bungee gum, you know, play around with, like, force and stuff. Like, he's able to use it in so many ways, which is really clever. And it's like, sometimes the most simplest, like, nen abilities or stands are sometimes the most powerful, because the way he's able to use it around everything is goddamn clever. And like I said, we're still doing good. I mean, with 5 chapters in there, you know, keep up the guys. We're getting there, we're getting to like, you know, 8 chapters now. We're finally getting to, you know, a good chunk of like chapters now. I'm happy, but now I'm starting to feel a little bit more released. But it's like, you know, ooh, like every week and all that, it's like, is it gonna happen? But overall, I did like this chapter, but oh my god, there was so like, there was a point where it's like, there's just so many what ifs, like they're saying, there's so much dialogue at some points. I was like, okay, this is getting a little bit too much. Even if the people are reading this just for entertainment purpose, not even just like it's me as well. I read for entertainment, but also as well as a reviewer, I can see that I slightly go, some people going, like it's just getting over it, but it's like it's still enjoyable nonetheless. I would definitely give this chapter about like a 7.5 out of 10. I think it's a very good chapter. We're looking forward to like how this actually fight is going to conclude. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. What do you think about this Hunter x Hunter chapter? Are you excited about it? Like he's so good now, being driven into a corner with the sun and moon stuff, with everything going on, and just how unstoppable Chrollo is at this point. But that's all for me. Thank you much for watching as always, and I'll see you guys next time.